loved his people, the Palestinian and Arab people, and dedicated all his life to serve the masses, to serve the poor among our masses, and to serve the just causes for which our masses struggle and are still struggling. Dr. Haddad is a Palestinian who had been a victim for the Zionist plan to kick out the Palestinian people, the indigenous population of Palestine, and to settle in its place colonialist settlers brought from all over the world, and decided since then to fight in order to go back to Palestine, not alone, but also with his people, the Palestinian people. Dr. Haddad believed in the relationship, objective and organic relationship that had been and is still and will be between the Palestinian people and the Arab masses. He had also believed in the dialectical relationship between the struggle of the Palestinian people and the struggle of the Arab masses, the struggle to achieve progress, advancement, and liberation from all sorts of exploitation. That's why Wadie Haddad did not practice as a medical doctor for individuals. Dr. Haddad preferred, after graduation, to work among his masses, the Palestinians, in the camps. His clinic was always open to poor people. It was a free clinic where he used to give the medical treatment and the political education for the poor masses in the camps. Dr. Haddad, since then, was looked upon by the reactionary regime of Jordan as dangerous, because he managed not only to treat the sick among our masses, but also he managed to lead the Palestinian masses in the camps of the West Bank, in the camps of Jordan, and was put to prison afterwards. Since then, since 1948, Dr. Haddad believed that exploitation to the Palestinian masses could not be removed except by facing the reactionary violence used by the enemy, facing it by revolutionary violence, and believed that the only way to restore Palestine and to lead his masses back to Palestine is the mass armed struggle, because as it was proved with all the causes of people exploited by imperialists and Zionists, that the only way Zionists could be defeated is by armed struggle. Dr. Wadie Haddad was a co-founder of the Arab nationalist movement, a movement that had a target, an aim of mobilizing the Arab masses after the 1948, after the Zionists capturing Palestine, to mobilize the Arab masses in order to fight his way back into Palestine, fight it through the Arab struggle. And since then, Dr. Haddad played a very important role in mobilizing the Arab masses all over, mainly in Egypt, Syria, Iraq, Jordan, and the Lebanon. Afterwards, train them, arm them in order to restore their rights, just rights in Palestine. I think the whole world realizes now that the Zionists in Palestine who have used terror and terrorizing campaigns to kick out by force the Palestinian people, the Zionists are not ready at all to give up what they have usurped by force, except through revolutionary violence. And we will continue fighting the Israelis through this way. Dr. Haddad then was a co-founder of the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine after the defeat of the Arab regimes in 1967. And since then, he went to Jordan and started mobilizing the poor people in the camps, started training them in the camps in order to continue the struggle, continue the fight at the time the Arab regimes were defeated. And he managed to create one of the most important organizations in the Palestinian movement, which had become later on a very important phenomenon, not only on the Palestinian level, but also on the Arab level. The Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, the Marxist-Leninist organization that believe in the right of our poor people to use armed struggle in order to liberate Palestine. And since then, Dr. Haddad had the direct responsibility of the Special Operations Branch in the Pflp. He was the leader of the special operations carried against the enemy, whether Zionist or imperialist enemy.